What's up, my people? What's up, my homie? Take a drive. Take a drive. How's everybody doing today? What's up? What's up, man? How you doing? Sorry, I was going through some new construction work out here. I was just thinking about rambling today. You know what I'm saying? Talking about a little bit of everything. Before I end up being up behind bars and shit. No, but I'm good. I'm sober now. I don't get local Janoco. Ladies, I just gotta go and split, you know? Go in my garage or head out somewhere, but lately she been tripping. You know, okay, shit. I ain't working steady, getting a steady weekly paycheck. You know, what are you gonna do sometimes? What's gonna be hustling? Nah, I get money, but man, I'm trying to transition to something else, man. You know what I'm saying? After a while, houses and metal. Don't get me wrong. I want to get my contractor license doing steel buildings because that's what I'm good at. You know, maybe I could do about a handful a year, make some money. You know, because steel buildings, dude, is a big bank. You know, since I've been doing construction, I met a lot of different kind of people from different trades, and the last job I was working at, this guy been around 25 years, and he was doing metal roofs, you know. So when I was working with him for the 5 years, out of 25 years, that was the first time he said he's ever been out of litigation. You know, so I was actually doing some good roofing. You know, but anyways, this fool said that we did a wall, and the wall was called, the dude said that he got burned for $1 million through his little accountant. You know, because construction companies, they get big old checks. You know, they don't get like $1,000 a week. They get like 5, 10, 20,000, you know. Like, I was doing these steel buildings for this company, and I worked in 90 days, like maybe 100 days I worked for them. I did 6 buildings with them. And one of these buildings was right here by Morro Bay, up on the coast, and they charged them $250,000 to do this steel building. You know, of course they welded all the steel and shit. You know, but $250,000, dude, to put up a steel building, that shit's insane. You know, but so there's so much money in it. Like, that's why I'm trying to. That's my plan, my goal. I'm still trying to keep my goal to get my construction license, contractor license. You know, but I'm always getting sidetracked doing all this other shit. You know, remodeling toilets, siding, windows, door, whatever shit, roofs. You know, but I actually want to do my thing, man. I'm actually tired of helping everybody else get rich, and you know, I want to get my own little thing going. Even like with my little brother, or you know, we got sober and shit, and I've been sober 30 months. He's sober 14 months, and when you're sober, you literally think clarity. Like, damn, you can conquer anything, you know. And that's how I feel sometimes. Like, you can conquer the world, you know. So he got sober, I got sober. He's like, hey, I'm gonna get a Frenchie. And I was like, oh, he started telling me about him and shit. I was like, okay, okay. Damn, I didn't know it was so pricey, you know? And then so we ended up getting a Frenchie. So out these Frenchies, he started flipping. He got a little loan and shit. 2 G's, flipped that, got it, bought a car, got another, flipped that, got a Mustang, flipped that, got a Corvette. You know what I'm saying? Then he sold that shit and got that money back. And well, we were gonna, anyways, we linked up with a dude who sells Frenchies and shit up in Sac, and brothers posted in Bakersfield, and I posted on the coast. And these fools, like the fool from Sac, can't always reach out, you know what I'm saying? Because he's way the hell up there. He can't always go to LA or Bakers, because Bakers or Fresno, they hold a lot of dog shows and shit, you know? So this fool, anyway, we linked up with him, we got involved, we were like, hey, let's get some shirts. And these shirts, 25 shirts was $500, you know? So then this fool was like, damn. So I would have wanted 25, my brother wanted 25, and anyways, because it's our little club and shit, for dog club. And we got a little cricket machine and shit, made our own shirts, and that worked for a while, and then it just wasn't cutting it, you know? And so my brother got sober. He's like, hey, let's check. He researched these this shirt machine and shit, you know? These new like there's a cricket, regular cricket one, dude, you print out, but take a little while, you know? You gotta cut them out with a little scalpel and shit. And then you got another little one, like real direct to garment, you know? Or then the other one's screen printing and shit, right? But we end up going, my little brother called me like, hey, excuse me, like, when you're sober, you think you could do anything. You know what I mean? That's why I believe they want us drunk, so we don't do shit. But leech off the damn system and the government, you know? Blame the white man and shit. But it's really our fault that we're all on drugs and shit, all drunk. But literally, I got sober and shit. Felt like I conquered the world, right? So my brother got this, looked into the research, this shirt machine, right? And this was right after time COVID. Well, anyways, about actually last December, he's like, hey, let's go to Texas, right? And I'm like, Texas? Because I ain't working right now steady, right? And then he's like, yeah. I was like, where? He's like, Houston. And I always wanted to be in Texas, right? And then I was like, let's do it. And it was me, my pops, and him, and his old lady. And he's like, anyways, what I'm getting to is, like, when you're sober, you can conquer anything, dude. And shit's just, you know, we go to Houston, Texas, and pick up this machine, drove in 3 days and shit. I drove all that way to Texas with 2 ounces of weed. You know, even though I know I should try to get sober off that. California sober, right? Right, 20 miles, my little brother's rolling a blunt. It's crazy. I was driving 90 miles without license. Now I'm legit, you know what I mean? But there, I was playing around. But now it's... Anyways, we get this machine and shit. And it's one like the one first... There's a few in California, you know? And this shit, you can print anything. Print any image, and it looks like... You can print a photo. It's so damn nice. Damn near. You know, put it on a shirt. You put it on a table. You can put it on, I think, glass or metal. One or the other, you know? But what I'm saying is, even when I was drinking, when I started going to AA and shit, I wasn't as sober as I was, but I didn't encounter all these other dudes that were getting sober. And these fools would say, like, one guy was talking about, he went scuba diving, right? And I was like, what? Scuba diving? And I'm, you know, when you're drinking, you can't really understand how, yeah, a lot of times when you drink, you're just in a fog, you know, partying like, yeah, dude, almost risking your life and shit, right? But when you're sober, you just see things way, you know, like they said, clarity. It's true. I thought it was bullshit, but it's real, for real, man. you know. And so anyways, when we went and got this machine here in Texas, from Texas, right, came back, this is what I'm saying, this is how crazy my life is right now. I was here 3 weeks after we came back from Texas, met some great people. Then 3 weeks later, my older brother called me. He's like, hey, because I'm the middle brother. He's like, hey, well, what are you doing? I go, nothing. He's like, you working? I go, no. He's like, let's go to Georgia. I was like, Georgia? For what? He's like, I'm going to pick up my nephews, this and that, his sons, right? And I'm like, let's do it. You know? He said, I'll pay for everything. I was like, he's like, we'll just drive. So anyways, we drive from Bakers, right, to New Year's, right? He wanted to be back by the 6th of January, but we drove from here, from Bakersfield all the way to Oklahoma City in 24 hours, right past Oklahoma City. And then from Oklahoma City all the way past like 100-some miles past Atlanta. We're going through Atlanta City during when they have a little peach dropping, you know, so it's crazy. But I'm like thinking like, man, how crazy my life is, that how crazy and how blessed I am, you know, to come this far in life. And the devil had me drunk for a while, you know, and I was going to jail with this shit, going through a lot of chaos, you know. And that's why I trip out. Like, even where I was at in this local county, I tell you, I've been there like 5 times, man. And it was just 4 or 5 times, you know. It's just insane. But anyways, as I got sober, you know, and like even driving, when we drove my older brother to pick up my nephews, we drove all the way back, right? Once 19, because he wanted to be in California for his 19th birthday. And my other little nephew's like 12 years old. And the last time he seen my brother and them and us, there was gunshots and shit. He was there. My little brother got stuck at a park and, you know, stabbed like 2 or 3 times, you know. My little brother lung got collapsed and ribs got broken. You know, he was there when the little apartment blew up, when they're trying to make some wax, you know. And hold on one second. So when we seen our nephews, right, my nephew and my brother's sons, they remembered all this, right? And he told his little brother, like, his dad was like a celebrity, you know. And it was kind of funny, because my brother used to sell some swag and shit, and we used to sell it right here, roll blunts, and, you know, he had all the black homies and the other fools right here in Bakersfield, right, buying it on the cheap, right? So he would barbecue. We had like the 7 apartments, and we lived in like 3 of them, or they did. I lived a couple streets away. But he would barbecue and, you know, just party and shit. But anyways, my nephew remembered all that, you know? And now I don't remember that guy I was, you know? He's a different guy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's been 30 months I've been sober. You know, and it's like, wow. I think it was right around I can't even remember, but, you know, that's because I was getting loco Janoco, man. I tell you, the cop be like, come here, and I'll be like, what? And I walk out to the road, and boom, turn around, you're under arrest, drunk in public. I'm like, ah, shit. And right, and then you try being behind a cop car at 106 degrees, being in the back of a cop car, dude. Try doing that shit. You know, you're like, fuck! Let me out! Nah. But you know, that shit got wild. Like this town I was at, I burned the spot. You know what I'm saying? The cops all knew me there and shit. But now since I've been sober, I haven't had no encounters besides on my birthday. But you know, I was feeling good. Like on my birthday, I got busted at 2 in the morning coming from a casino. 1 in the morning, 1:30, I can't remember. But that was the first time in my life I felt actually comfortable, you know, because I wasn't had no drugs on me, had no problems, no warrants. You know what I'm saying? I was passenger and stuff, and it's like I want some money from the casino, you know. But that was the first time, like when you're sober, you don't have to worry about, you know, the cops. You don't have to worry about, you know, your family, arguing with your family, you know, and your kids, or just, you know, it's just some of us are crazy with alcohol. We let it slowly, just gradually, till you next thing you know, you wake up from hungover, like, dang, 30 some years old. You know, that's well, at least where I'm at, there's vineyards, right? So, there's more breweries and microbreweries and stuff like that. And that was my thing, you know. I used to hit a lot of those IPAs, and I've been to IPAs bars all over this place. I've been to North Dakota, Minnesota, Wyoming. You know what I'm saying? I was up there in all kinds of places. Well, mainly up north. You know, but anyways, I just feel great being sober, and it's hard to believe, you know, when people say, "Hey, I feel great being sober," but I really do. It's like, man, I feel amazing, you know. So, but what I'm getting to is this sobriety. I got sober, right? Then my little brother got sober, and the fool's been thinking, seeing him the way he's getting, like, turned to straight what is it, 360, 180, right? And now people were like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? You know, now he's drinking sea moss and shit, and he said that shit's helping. I'm like, what? They said they thought he was tweaking his shit. You know, he was running a pole because he does groundwork and shit. And they're like, oh, he's running up a pole. This fool must be tweaking. But this fool ain't tweaking. He's what's called. He's just up on that sea moss, you know? And so it's just crazy how sobriety gets us, man. We think we could conquer shit, you know? And it's true. It's true. That's why I'm just on a mission right now. I don't know where we're going in life. I don't know where sobriety's taking us. That's why fools want you drunk. They want you sedated. You know what I mean? Because when you're sedated, you don't really think about nothing. You don't think about the future. Maybe you do, but you don't really put as much effort in, like, doing things positive and, I don't know, goals and shit. Keeps you stagnant. You know what I mean? But once you go to get sober, it's like, what the heck? This is possible? You know what I mean? And it's crazy where sobriety gets you and shit. Yeah. Now it's time to stop being selfish and abusing ourselves. You know what I mean? But anyways, I mean, the mission is shirts. You need one? We sell shirts, not drugs. You know what I mean? Like, people focus on like when I used to drink, I used to focus on alcohol. You know, a lot of times people wouldn't be having money. You're on survival mode. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, what happened to my money? But now it's like, well, I don't got a job now, but I don't waste my money on alcohol. More on my kids or gas, food. I'll be like, hey, let's go somewhere. You know, or just whatever. Because I got everything I need. It seems like. But anyways, I'm off towards Bakersfield. You know, we gotta do something with our life. Be productive. Stop blaming people and shit. Stop blaming our mom. You know what I mean? Our pops. Yeah, okay, we were in bad situations, but who wasn't, you know? A lot of these fools getting whipped. But I don't know. That's why we gotta be sober and stay sober for our kids now. Don't do what our parents did and shit. But anyways, where am I going? I'm going to Bakersfield. Yeah, no doubt. But yeah, I just trip out like when I think about drugs and sobriety. Even the first time I got out of jail, right after doing 2 years, 10 months ever, I walk out, I get my mom, my grandpa, my mom, my old lady, and my sister pick me up, right? And this fool, well, my grandpa drops, I think my old lady gets dropped off, my grandpa drops us off, right? And me and my mom and my sister are walking up to the pad, and I kind of stop and look at it, because it was new, and so, because I don't, they moved there since I've been in jail, so I'm there looking at the pad, and I always remember this shit. My dad comes walking out and just starts yelling at my mom and sister. I was like, what the hell? And then I'm walking up more, and he's like, "Hey, mijo, how you doing?" You know what I'm saying? And I hadn't seen him like maybe 6 months, 8 months, because he used to go to see us and shit, and then start doing messing around, But he goes, "Hey, mijo, how you doing?" Right? Gives me a hug, and then goes back to yelling at my mom and shit. And then they go show me the house, around the house, and there was they have the little basement. It was wooden, and it was the floorboard for the floor in the closet. He was up in there, I don't know what the hell he was doing. But he was tweaked out for a while. And I was on parole, right? And I just got off this shit, out of this, and I'm like, man, this guy tripping. And he'd be like, mijo, they won't let him through, they won't let him through. I'd be sleeping, and he'd be, me and my lady were together, my girlfriend, and he'd be like, hey, he was standing right over us, looking at us. What the heck? He'd be bent over on the floor, looking under the washer, the microwave, looking all in the oven, the refrigerator and shit. I'd be like, what the heck? All the blinds are all closed. So I was like, dang, this is tripping. And I told him, hey, Dad, you got us. And this was like, I got up November 3rd, right? Of 97. And this was like, it was cold then. Freezing, I think, around that time. And he's like, I threw him the San Francisco jacket he had there. But literally a couple days later after I got out. And because I was like, I ain't a kid, I'm a man, I'm a man now. Nah, but I'm a man now. I went in there as a kid, 15 and a half, and I came out, I'm 18. I'm like, what's up now, Try something. But that's what it's like. You think, like they say, well, it was like that. But I up out here, dude, you need to get the shit and get out of here. Threw him the jacket, and he's like, what do you got, a bomb in here? He was like, what? Me and my sister look at each other like, what? This fool tripping, But he ended up having an 8-ball or an ounce. Hid up in the garage, you couldn't find it, Yeah, he was just on one and shit. Just bad. So I was like, man, I don't want to be like this. But like, it was a good example that he gave me right out the gate. Like, hey, check out. Good seeing you, mijo. He didn't say don't do drugs, but he's like, here, this is what drugs get you. You look like doing drugs. Like, dang, my pop's doing bad. And so you're like, what the? I don't want to be like that, Like, that's just with him. Then I think about, like, with my uncles and shit, I had my uncles die, like, in the 30s, I think one died at, like, 36, and one died at 34 or something. And that was from alcohol, drinking. That's why I'm like, all right, I'm in my 30s. Even 40s, I'm like, all right, okay, now I'm going to make it to my 50s. But now that I'm sober, I think I can make it to now, you know? Because every time I up, it's like, yeah, all right, another fine day. Let's get it. Let's get it. You know? That's the thing to work on my dream right now. Because, you know, like, what I'm getting to is getting sober. People give you opportunities they would never give you if you weren't sober. Saying, and there's opportunities out there that are waiting for you, but you're drunk, you're spun out, you know what I'm saying? You're whatever and shit. And it's like, wow, get sober so you get these benefits, these opportunities, you know? Like they say, oh, there's no opportunities out here. But you're a minority, right? So now we got all these opportunities for minority, you know? So all these grants and stuff, I guess it's easier. I heard it's easier. I should look more into it. But what I'm getting is we have opportunities like that. People, maybe loved ones or co-workers or people at church or some whatever, and they see us sober, like, damn, this fool living up to his potential, you know what I mean? Because this fool like, oh, this fool's a damn alcoholic, you know what I mean, or damn drug addict. But now it's just a blessing to be sober and to see, like, for instance, I'm gonna tell you a little story. I know I ramble on, but let me get a swig and I'm gonna tell you my sober story. Alright. Well, the UFC's coming up this weekend, right? I'm a big UFC fan. Well, the first 6 months I got sober, my wife goes, hey, since you're sober for 6 months, because I was sober for a year, but I was taking medication, right? So after 6 months, I started doing it on my own. Because I used to be like, I used to walk in the store. Where I'm at in this county, I've been to every liquor store, every store around. And when I hit doors, that'd be the first place to go to the alcohol. You know what I'm saying? The cold beer, the IPAs. I grabbed like 3 of them, maybe a couple shots of little bananas. Nah. Maybe some Amsterdam. You know what I'm saying? But I'd give me some alcohol, right? Anyway, I got sober on my own for 3 months. And my wife's like, here, we're going to go to Vegas to UFC fight for a little gift for being sober. I was like, oh, right on. Let's do it. So we go to Vegas, you know what I'm saying? And we go to this this mall. It has a fight store. Load up. We went and got gear. We went to see Nick Diaz fight, his return, right? Well, I'm up in there. I end up seeing. Anyways, in the end, I'm walking through the casino, right? And I've been like 10 times, right? But this time was the first time I ever was sober, going to Vegas. And I was just, all my senses were there. You know what I'm saying? Like, all my little heart was beating, like, all excitement, you know, like, it was just awesome experience in Vegas. But the best part was I was being sober, you know what I mean? Because all the other times I was drunk, coked out. Nah, I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying? Fooled out there getting crazy. Like, hey, you want a key shot? No, I'm good. There's no ladies watching. Nah. But you know, like it was just insane. But anyways, what I'm getting at, right? I go to this one. It was awesome. Just me and my wife. So then the next time we're like, all right, I think it was a year sober, but my birthday's the end of June, right? My brother's the next day, and our birthdays fall around 4th of July, right? So they have a big old thing in Vegas. It's a meet and greet and all the big old fight in the mid, Vegas. And these fools like, anyways, we go right, and I end up go this time to that fight store again, and these fools. Here's what I'm saying, right? Is I well, anyways, I go to this store, this mall, right? And this mall is big, and in Vegas it's hot, so people walk this mall to get out of the sun. As me and my son were there waiting for the store to open, some guy comes walking by us, right? Because there's ladies walking by in packs or pairs or people by themselves, and this fool's like, this guy's like, hey, excuse me, right? And he's like, oh, I'm just walking, whatever. My son said something, I don't know how it was. Well, he was walking, I started walking the same direction he was, right? And this guy, he was a white dude, and he's like, I'm like, hey, what's up? How you doing? This and that. I said, yeah, we're waiting to go see a fight. Well, I started telling him about my life, right? Because I could ramble on, you know? And I told him how sobriety, I'm sober. I think I was like over a year sober then. And I said, I'm sober. It's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. I said, we're going to go watch this meet and greet with these UFC fighters. And then we're going to go to... My brothers are going to meet up with us, and we're going to go to the Grand Canyon, right? And we're in a rental car, you know what I mean? We got it all, like, everything planned out. Well, as I start talking to this guy, this fool had a big old beer belly, right? He started talking to him about his life, and he's over like 55, 56, and he was, well, he ended up saying he was alcoholic too. His brother just died prior to COVID. I think it was 2001, right? His brother, they found his brother in the kitchen, died from COVID. I'm like, damn. I didn't say it like that. I'm like, oh, dude, sorry to hear that, you know? I said, it's rough on us. Well, he's like, well, I'm telling him about all my life, right? About what is going on, right? I go, yeah, I'm going to this meet and greet. I'm gonna hit the Grand Canyon with my brother and shit. And right when he goes, he's like, man, he's like, me and your lives are totally opposite. He's like, you are on you sound like you have an amazing family. He's like, you're sober. You're gonna go see this fight, you know, or meet the player fighters. He's like, you're gonna go in to the Grand Canyon, meet your family. They're gonna towards the Grand Canyon. He's like, you got something to look forward to, right? And I'm like, he's like, me, all I'm gonna do is go home and make me eggs and think about my life, you know? And he's like, I'm probably gonna go back to drinking again. And he was sober at that time, probably like 3 days, which is hard, you know what I mean? If you're an alcoholic and you can pull out 3-4 days or something, that's the goal in itself. You know, because alcohol is some of the easiest stuff to get a hold of. You just go right on to the liquor store, the store, you know. Because it's been taking out a lot of people lately. But anyways, like, it was pretty crazy how I inspired him, you know. He said I inspired him to get sober and to do better in his life. And, you know, I don't have much, but I know I got my life, and I got a license now. I'm ready to roll, bro. But you know, it's just crazy the benefits you get out of sobriety, you know. And if you really go and attend the AAs and all that, even AAs, I'm sure I haven't really dealt 2 minutes in that, but you even meet good people, you know, who actually offer a handout. You know, some people have bad experiences with it. They say, oh, someone gave me a number and called me anytime when you're drunk, you know. But it's like, okay, you know, like someone I know who's been dealing with alcohol, you know, for a while. He's pretty young, like 30, and it's like 4 DUIs later, you know, you're like, dang, fool. He got a DUI for each kid he got, I think. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's, all right, let's celebrate my kid. Oh shit, go get a DUI. You know what I'm saying? It seems like, I don't know. But anyways, we need to stop, you know, staying drunk, get sober. 'Cause I tell you what, there's a lot of benefits out the waiting for us. I'm not just saying monetary, but relationships too, you know? Because some people don't want to some people don't want to deal with nobody drinking. They're like, oh, F that fool. That fool's a piece of shit when he's drunk. He was verbally abusing me. Nah, I don't know. But, you know, people are crazy. Especially when you come from a bloodline of alcoholics. You know? All I knew was alcohol. At least Budweiser. You know? But anyways, I'm just saying we need to get sober and I know it's hard, so one of the ways I see that people are getting sober is this shot I took. Like the heroin I said what the ones that heroin addicts take. But you could take it in pill form. You know, that's alright too, but those alcoholics will be like, I ain't trying to take that pill. I'm gonna drink today, you know? But that's why I recommend get the shot, dude. You could get it in your hip, your arm, your I don't know. I got it in my hip. But it hurt, but it helped me out a lot. And my family. Besides, but that's the thing too. With the trip, is I see, like, okay, I'm sorry to my old lady, all my family, you know what I mean? I've done wrong while drinking, right? So, what's crazy is when you're sober, you see things for what they are. You're like, whoa, shit, I've been doing this and this. But not only that, you start seeing people in other life crazy. You hear what I'm saying? You start, because when you're sober, people can't go, oh, shut up, you're drunk. Like, because you're sober. You're like, no, bro, I'm sober now. You can't talk crap to me no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, before I was drunk, I'd be rambling on, but now I'm sober. You know what I mean? So they got no excuse to talk crap. So, like my old lady, I'm sober now. She can't talk crap about that. She can only talk crap about me not having a steady job, you know? And, okay, it's understandable. I understand her. You know, but hey, check it out. We put you in this. You're in the ratio now. Help me out. That's what it is. Nah. Not saying I'm not there to pay my way, but like, come on, man. You know, she went to school for this shit. We concentrate on her career. Like it was her career, you know? That's why I always risk my freedom so she would never get caught up. Because she put in a lot of work for her school, you know? And we did a lot. But anyways, it's my turn now. Put me in, coach. I'm going in. You know what I mean? Like Rudy. You know what I'm saying? Put me in, dude. It's my turn. But anyways, I just trip out like for instance, my wife, right? Her pops passed away years ago, probably like 10 years ago, 11 years ago, 12 years ago. We'll say 11 years ago. And 12 years ago. We'll say 12 years ago. But he was a real bad drinker, you know? He needed a kidney. He was gonna die a few times, off and on. But he was he partied hard, you know, like he was best friends with my mom's sister's husband. But he passed away too from partying, drinking, you know. I know a bunch of fools who died drinking, partying. Like, hey, let's go get an 8-ball. Some cocaine, you know? But that's what fools do, you know? We're raised on that shit. That's why I tell fools, like even with my brother, because my brother was 33, and I'll tell him, Because I'm 44, right? And I'd go, damn, fool, you've been at it for, who knows, when I seen him do drugs, probably like 14, 15, you know? He probably did it before that, before I seen him, but I said, damn, dude, you've been doing this dance for years, or, you know? Because all the fools used to be in a pack of, like going off them guys, right? These guys was a pack of thieves. These guys were a pack of thieves, right? At the time when they were young, he's hanging around with a bunch of little guys like Mexicans, blacks, whites. And this is what I'm saying, drugs. That's what we need to stay sober. One of these fools used to go and jack houses during right when school started, 8 o'clock. They used to go drive around. They'd have the little white homie knock around like, hey, dude, anybody here? You know, and hit houses. But anyways, what I'm saying, they got busted. You know, went to jail, went to prison and shit. You know, but anyways, what I'm saying is they used to steal the shit for the drug habits. Weed, coke, pills, I don't know pills, but mainly this, ecstasy, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Molly, I think Molly was out then. But, you know, and now some of them fools are homeless, and one homeboy died, you know, I think that was, him and another broad died, but that was because of drugs too, you know? But what if you never did drugs? Well, how much potential that fool would have had, you know? Being sober. That's why I trip out on people that even another guy I knew lost his life. His name was Rod, right? He was when I was like 20 years old and shit, 19 years old, this dude, he was a little white dude, right? He jumped over walked out of a car and jumped over a chain link fence. I was like, damn, like a deer. What is that, like 4 foot? And I'm like, what the heck? I said, hey, what's up, man? I said, can you do that again? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to see it again. But that's how I met him. He goes, does it again, walks towards me, we shake his hands. But anyways, I was saying, that fool, he was older than me and shit. He was bad. He had a lot of potential in basketball too. I guess he played for Porterville College and against all these black fools, you know, he's real good, but small. But he started drinking, doing meth and shit. The old lady was like, hey, I don't want no more of this shit, right? But what I'm getting to is he used to buy his mom the 12-pack natural ice. She was probably like 80 years old. She would listen to the Bible on record, on a tape, and she would be drinking that natural ice, listening to the Bible. You know, but I couldn't find out she died going to see this fool Rod in the county jail in Bob Wiley's. She was walking out. She's like, all right, Ron, see you later. And she started walking out towards the door, and she collapsed and died of a heart attack right there. And Rod seen her die. Sorry, my window. But Rod seen her die, right? And he's like, oh shit. I don't know how he felt, but later on he found out where I lived and shit. Cause I used to live by the railroad track, by the police station in Porterville. And he would come by, you know, hey, what's up? Anyways, I couldn't find out this fool Rod. He died, dude. Over there by he died fighting some guy with a bottle of alcohol, like a little fit, Jack Daniels. I don't know what it was, but he fought some guy over it. And they got killed. This guy got killed. This fool Rod. You know what I mean? But that's crazy. Dying over some alcohol. You know, that's a bottle, right? So then you think about like, dang, I'm dying over alcohol too, but it's over the long term, you know? Chronic drinking. Not like short term drinking. Like, say even when you go to a bar, you're like, hey, I'm chilling at the bar, right? You're like, oh, having a good time and shit. Then some other fool get into some pleitos over at the bar and he's drunk. You're drunk. Someone loses your life over alcohol. You know what I'm saying? So alcohol is taking so many people's lives. It's insane. I believe. We don't see it, you know. They go, oh dang, he died? He died. Nah. But you know, right now ain't meth is a fentanyl, really, you know. That's some bad shit. Yeah, but anyways, I could ramble on. I just want to say that those who got a chance to get sober from alcohol before something drastic happens, you know? Before you get cirrhosis of the liver or kidney or car wreck and hurt somebody else. And, you know, because there's so many things that can't happen when you just don't give a crap, you know, when you just drink and not even... Because when you drink, I drink for so long, it's insane. You know? Yeah, I drink so, I used to drink, man, that's why I'm just glad to be sober. Thank God, everything's all good in the hood, you know? But anyways, I just wanted to ramble on, talk about sobriety and how opportunities out there for you. You know, we just gotta get sober out there. There's a lot of opportunities, we just don't see them, you know. There's opportunities to mend your relationship with people. We just gotta get off the drugs. Put the 10 to 2 down. You gotta put the plug in the jug. That's what they say, you know. But anyways, I just wanted to ramble on and talk a little about sobriety, and I want those who are struggling to try to give yourself a chance, you know, to get sober and take that shot. Go see a doctor. I think you can get it for, even if you're on assisted welfare, go get that, you know, Medicaid, Obamacare. You can get that shot. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And just see what you're capable of, you know. That's where we're going. We're taking off to the moon. You know, you got a lot of people watching, and they be hating like, oh, yeah, because they never seen us sober like that. You know, like we literally went from all spending our money, all our focus, all our thinking on alcohol. Now me and my brother, all our thinking, all our everything focused into dogs, into these shirts, you know, or / apparel. That's what I'm saying, like, and he's only been sober a year. Over a year, you know? How far could he have made it before? If he had it. But that's just the way it is. Because a lot of us were raised to party, you know? Chill, drink. Here, hit the blunt, roll one, whatever. You know, we gotta learn to change. We don't change often. We're like diapers. We're all full of shit. We never get changed often enough. Nah. But anyways, that's what even you know, the meth. That's why I really went drawn to alcohol, because everybody's all methed out, you know. Like you go to Porterville, everybody, you're like, hey, what's up? Everybody has like a meth pipe hanging out their lips. You know what I mean? One time I went to Porterville to go see my pops, and these fools like, hey, oh, my dad's a hustler, right? He's homeless. Well, he was homeless. He got somewhere to stay now, but he would hustle, right? He would do yards and shit, so he always had drugs. So everybody like, hey, boy, hey, let me get some shit, you know? So he would hook him up. Well, this day, I was there, right? He had to go somewhere. He's like, here, you know, and he gave me a rock. I'm like, oh shit. And it was like, we're like a 20. And I go, man, I don't want this shit. Well, he ended up leaving, right? Well, I go, man, I don't want this shit. Well, there was 3-4 dudes that were there. And abroad, 3 out of 4 people there pulled out a meth pipe. Like, here. So I was like, and I gave it just to the dude who lived there. I go, here, dude, looking out my pops, you know? So you could hook up with your homeboys, whatever. But it was like, what the heck is going on there? You know? Even that here right there in Porterville, the last time I seen videos and shit of them tents, and you can see it off the freeway. All the tent cities, you know? And I remember my pops saying people get baked down there and shit. And like, what the heck? I was like, no wonder why they burned them out before. You know, that's why even in a weird way the river and shit cleansing them out. Yeah, I think it's a good thing, dude. The river cleansing them out. You know what I'm saying? Cause that shit, like, hey, let's turn to watch that shit clean. You sinning bastards. Nah, I guess we all need that. But that was like, even I had a cousin, all he kept saying last time, the river, like, whew, saying the river kept calling him. Then they couldn't find out by the time he left, they shot him an 8-ball. You know what I mean? Like, after, like, all right, you know, take this with you. You know, like a little present. It's off the hook. Like, what the heck is going on over there? You know, but excuse me, even like before, you know, I know this to my family and shit, but I had an aunt who used to sell pedal meth, you know, coke and shit. I don't know about all that stuff, but I used to always go. Well, when I used to go there, my little cousin, he was like 2 years old, and he'd be like, there'd be like 10 of us out there in the back now, probably 5, 6 of us. He'd be like, he would tap on my knee and say, I want to get high. We're smoking weed, passing the joint or the blunt, either or. He's like, I want to get high. I was like, what the heck? This fool. And I look at my cousin, I go, this fool want to get high? And he'll be like, you know, laughing, dude. And I'll be like, that's messed up. You don't even give this a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because he was old enough to talk. About almost old enough to talk. And I told him, fool, get your ass out of here. You ain't getting high. What, 3 years old want to get high? So get your ass out of here. You ain't getting high. And he would go and tell his mom, hey, mom, they won't get, like, in little baby gibberish. They won't let me get high. And then here she was screaming like, hey, you better not get him high. And she like, he get lazy. He get lazy when he's high. Like, yeah, the fool 3 years old, dude, getting high. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is going on? But anyways, the shit was wild, and I used to be tripping. And, you know, there'd be all kinds of speakers at my aunt's pad, and that was my grandma's pad at one time. And I'd be like, hey, fool, you gotta, you know, cut that shit out, get the hell out of here. But anyway, that shit was wild. You know, I could go on more and more, but they ended up getting their kids took and shit, you know. It was bad. They went to foster homes, and we talked about it before, and I go, man, I said, cousin, you guys went through some shit. Because I'm older than them too, you know. And I told them that, look at these clowns right here. Look at these Tesla shit. All wasting their life, look. Clown. Oh yeah, look at, let me play Mario. Ooh, Mario Kart. Yeah, anyways, I'm gonna get back at it and I need to put some gas. I'll check you guys out again. Alright, this is Gnarly Vato. I'm out.